Hello Leos, and welcome to your September reading. So I meditated on your energy, and spirited what spirit wanted to talk to you about this month is first card that I have, Four of Wands. Then we have the the Fool, and the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Magician. So these are beautiful cards. The Four of Wands, this is when everything is obvious, everything is on the surface. We can celebrate with the people around us, we're having fun. And it is from that state of being. It can also talk about the home, the body, and all of that. But it's from that vibration that here we're making a leap of faith. Because Queen of Pentacles, inside of us, we have that certitude that we can make it. That we have what it takes. I'll do it. Whatever is going to be presented in front of me, I'll manage it. And so I am making that leap of faith, and that is what is going to put you into the Magician, into that capacity to actually manifest what you desire. Under our Four of Wands, here 3 cards came out. I have the Two of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. You could have had a communication that since I have the High Priestess under that, could have been a communication from somebody that you felt for a long time, because we do have the Two of Cups, but with the High Priestess, it's somebody you have a soul connection to. And there, poof, communication that arrives out of the blue, but that is enthusiastic and joyful and all of that, you know? A kind of beautiful communication. Because you're in a beautiful place yourself, it's almost like because you're in that vibration, you're matching somebody that is in exactly that vibration, and that kind of permits the connection. Under our Fool and our Queen of Pentacles, I have the Moon and the Three of Wands. So that leap of faith is a decision, because with the Moon, this is when you don't have any obvious information. Like if it's a connection, maybe you don't know anything about that person. If it's a connection for love, for work, for whatever in your life, that leap of faith, you need that assurance that you'll deal with it, because in the concrete reality, you have no information. You're in the Moon. You can only rely on your intuition, which is good that you have the High Priestess here. And with the Three of Wands, it's like I will trust on my intuition and the inner fact that I know I can deal with whatever and accomplish whatever. And that is my perspective of what is going to come towards me. Under our Magician, we have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. That clarity is bottom of the deck. We do have Judgment and the Ace of Cups. That clarity is kind of a awakening. Okay, Judgment is sometimes like a rebirth. It's an awakening of, you know what, that cup that I never took, because I kind of, you know, this is what I've lived until now. I don't see how I can rise my emotional vibration more than I've had now. Been there, done that. That's it. Well, there is that cup. And that is the clarity of you now, you'll be in your manifestation mode because you'll be able to grab that cup that you couldn't see before. So let's clarify this for you, Leo. It's truly a leap of faith happening, but a leap of faith knowing that you have what it takes to deal with whatever is gonna come. The sky won't fall. Call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of September. All right. Four of Wands. Well, show me that Four of Wands. Woo. Okay. 10 of Pentacle and the Hangman. So, for you to reach that state of happiness, of, you know, choosing to celebrate life and all of that, could have taken a certain time until you got the illumination of it. Until you got that, you know what? Yes, I can. I can have a life where I celebrate and I am happy. The Hangman, we had a lot of Hangman lately because, yes, it's a period of time where things are hanging. But there's a purpose in there that you can use to actually reevaluate your life, look at things from a different angle, and allow more. Since we're blocked in our actions, we can work on our feminine side of allowing more. So here, Hangman, it's a bit the story of Odin, you know, the Norse god, which at one point he went to see the three Norns that are under the Yggdrasil. One is the past, the present, and the future, and they're weaving the fabric of time. And he wanted to know the future, what is going to come, what is not, you know, he wanted to know. So among other things, because, you know, the Norse mythology is always very complex, but amongst other things, of course, he lost an eye, and they asked him to hang himself upside down from the Yggdrasil to look at the world from a different angle. And there he would see what is missing in the creation, what is needed, or have a complete different outlook to change his decisions and of what is happening and what is coming. So that is a bit that principle that the Hangman is. The first thing that we have to release is that we know everything and that we are right. And so if at one point you thought, I've seen everything, I know I'm right, this is life, accepting that you might be wrong, accepting that there might be a cup there that you haven't seen. Let's look at that. And that could be for, you know, every aspect of your life. Queen of Pentacle and the Fool. Queen of Pentacle and the Fool. High Priestess. High Priestess, High Priestess. This is a leap of faith based on what your soul has been telling you. To put you into the Magician. Look at that. Magician, Magician, High Priestess, High Priestess. You are going to manifest from your soul. And that's where that inner knowledge of knowing you have what it takes to do it will come, because our soul comes here to accomplish something, to do something, to meet with somebody, or whatever it is, our purpose. And for sure, we have what it takes to do it when it's our purpose. Okay, let's look at that Page of Wands, Two of Cups, and Knight of Sword. Emperor, Ten of Cups. It could be a news of somebody that is going to offer you something. It can be a new path, a new job, a relationship, whatever is going to be in your reality. But it is because you have reached your Ten of Cups, and you need that Ace of Cups to rise to that higher vibration. And here it's going to speak to your masculine side. So that tells me that it asks of you of a decision, of ambition, of focus, of your divine masculine side. Okay? For some of you, that came from an emperor. And others of you, it will ask of your inner emperor to make that leap of faith into that new venture or whatever it is. Let's look at the moon. Ooh. Here is our Page of Wands again. All right. So that leap of faith. See, Page of Wands, it's having that enthusiasm of, yeah, why not? I'm happy, I look at that, and having that, brightness of things. Here I have the Eight of Pentacles. That moon here, you have no information, you can only rely on your intuition. Your intuition is the dog, but there's also the wolf, which is a mix of your fears. The wolf will react. Is more the animalistic side of us, who wants to protect us and can, fear and bark at the coat rack in a corner, thinking it might be a man or something like that. So with that, I have the Devil and the Five of Cups. So for what you want to build, for what you want to create, put your energy on. You need that leap of faith to really listen to your intuition, because right now your wolf, or during the month, will howl saying that, those 3 cups, in reality, they're on the floor. It won't work. You've grieved in the past, and this is your reality. Devil, you shall not rise above that. That is all there is for you. To which are you going to listen? To the devil or the high priestess? That is going to be your decision. And that's why you need to have that inner self-confidence to make that leap of faith. And that beautiful Leo enthusiasm. Let's look at the Four of Cups here. Oh, I did not clarify the Magician. Let's do the Magician first. All right. Then the Magician is 3 of Cups, but the 3 cups are in the air, celebrating life. I am going to manifest happiness. They are not on the floor and looking at them a bit bored. They're in the air. Here I have the Chariot. I am moving forwards. That is spiritual evolution. That is success. This is when we're holding the reins and we can start moving forward in our chariot, because we are not sabotaging ourselves or reducing our capacity or our ambition. Let's look at your Four of Cups. Woo! Okay, well, there it is. 4 of Cups, 10 of Swords. You're finishing a cycle. That way of thinking brought you a lot of mental pain. 3 cards came out with it. I have the 7 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Sword, sword, sword. So the belief that there was nothing more out there for you. was a beautiful way to disempower yourself. And the devil, that's what he does. He will try in any way to disempower yourself. If you fall in the trap, they call it natural selection. If you release yourself from the devil and you take your power, then you win. There you go. Seven of Swords, being completely disempowered. The events in my life have more power than me manifesting. I understand, I get the clarity of it. Here we have the Ace of Swords. The Page of Swords is the first character that grabs the Ace of Swords. And an Ace of Swords is a new truth. A new truth that we got from looking at a completely different angle, what it is to celebrate life, have pleasure, and everything on the surface. So we got that truth. We grab it first. We're not at ease with it. We haven't been completely familiar. We haven't mastered it. We're not a King of Swords. We're a Page of Swords. It is a new way of thinking. But that is enough to change the Seven of Swords into a Six of Swords. To change being completely disempowered into being able to move forward, turn the page from that, move to a new shore mentally. Turning the page mentally. We've hit anyway our Ten of Swords. That's why there's an Ace of Swords here. Let's look at the High Priestess. Whoops. Judgment. Same as the bottom of the deck. Judgment. With the Two of Swords. So yes, there's that old way that I used to think. But now the Hangman made me look at things from a complete different angle. And even though there's nothing out there to tell me, yes, this is it or this is not it, I'm going to rely on my intuition. Judgment, that's the trumpet of the angel rising all the parts of me that were forgotten or that were hidden in my wounded subconscious, Lilith or Chiron or whatnot. They're coming to the surface so I can judge them and bring them back in. That is what the Hangman's illumination is going to be about. It is rising your vibration. You're going to make that decision of where do you put your power? In the devil or in the High Priestess? Oops. Okay. Nine of Wands, Two of Pentacles. What came with that? Knight of Pentacle, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands. So what was that conflict? What we have to keep here is the Two of Pentacle, because Pentacles are like, you know, the five senses, the four elements and spirit. It's our world here, our experience as a human, our ground. Two of Pentacles is when we have two different grasps, a bit like the paradox of the Two of Swords, and trying to manage them both. When I look out in my future, part of me believes that yes, I can manifest a beautiful future for myself, and another part of me thinks, no, look at what you've lived until now, why would it be different? These cannot coexist in our way of looking out at what's out there, you know? It's like if you take a taxi and you ask him to bring you to the nice part of town and the bad part of town at the same time. It's juggling. It's not balanced. That's why you need that clarity. You need that clarity for that Wheel of Fortune to turn. The Wheel of Fortune turns when the Sphinx answers his question. He's got a sword in his hand. That sword that you're gonna get. And the question is always the riddle, why is my life like this? And when you will understand it, and that's why that period of shadow is important, so that you can see the distinction between not just relying on what is out there, but seeing the truth from within. That is when you're going to get that Ace of Swords, and you're going to be able to make a true choice. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. Capricorn. Jupiter is going to make whatever hell Capricorn is imposing for you to learn, is going to enhance it even more. The difference between those two pentacles, and making your emotions even more up and down. What am I going to do? What is this? I feel a pressure. I'm juggling. Ace of Swords. But it's for you to break your chain. It's like tough love, you know. Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords for Leos. Magician again, and the Knight of Swords. So that Knight of Swords that we had here, with that communication, with that, he holds the truth, and oh my God, I'm getting something. Here you had an enlightenment, I think. Maybe at the beginning of the month or last month, you had this enlightenment of what life could offer to you if you were in your magician, and what you have accepted. And this is why you're making that leap of faith during the month. And at the end of the month here, you are in your magician. This is your truth, and this is where you're going. And I think that wherever you lost your power, with the Knight of Swords, you're going to cut the head of the dragon, whomever it is. But you are going to manifest what you want. You're changing... yeah, I'm going to call this the leap of... It's a leap of faith, but not out of airheadedness, but because you understood something on a soul level, deeply. And that understanding will reach your consciousness, and this is from where you make your decision and you become in your magician. Leap of faith to the magician. Yes, this is it for you, my beautiful Leos. So if it is a career jump, a life purpose jump, a union jump, it's beautiful. But you will feel it on that sense of, oh my God, I'm taking back my power. And that's what it is. On this, my beautiful Leos, thank you so much for watching, commenting, subscribe please to rise the channel. If you want a private reading, there's an email below. You write to me and I'll send you a file with all the infos on how to book. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on that, may the light prevail again on this beautiful 2020. And I'll see you next month. Love and light.